Here's your guidance for the week ahead. Thank you so much for being here. And this is your message from the angels. So we're going to start out with what the angels say is the first card for the week, which is showing you the theme, what to expect. And I absolutely love this card. It's the Star. And this is all about believing in yourself and the magic that happens when you even turn that up a notch. So it's time for you to start holding your head up high, believing that you're worthy and deserving of good things, especially the things that you're wanting and dreaming of and calling in. If you felt a little bit of a delay or a stuckness lately, it's possibly because of this, that you haven't really been believing it or really believing that you're worth it. So be honest with yourself right now. Drop it in the comments. If you were to give it between 1 and 10, and 10 is total belief and faith in yourself, and 1 is very little belief and faith in yourself, where would you put that? And then ask yourself, how can I turn that up? How can I make it even more than it is already? Because that's the magic source. It's the magic sprinkling that the angels are helping you so hard with everything, but they're saying you need to open to receive it. And part of that is believing that you can have it and believing that you deserve it. So you can also expect a little bit of magic this week in the form of synchronicities, spiritual happenings, little magical signs, or it might just be that things kind of magically line up. And that's part of what's going on in the cosmos. It's also because you're connected, right? You're no longer listening to that negative self voice. You're not tuning into the voices of ego. Do you ever have a moment, I've had a few of these recently, where you've been watching something on TV or scrolling on your phone, you're just like, oh, I've had enough of this. I don't want to be listening to the ramblings of someone else's ego. I don't want to tune in to all the doom and gloom. This isn't what I came here to do this lifetime. That's when the angels are kind of giving you a bolt of loving lightning energy. It's not mean, it's not cruel, it's designed to wake you up. So expect a lot of that this week, where you're going to kind of click back into inspiration, motivation, doing things that fulfill you and make you happy. Such a good card for the week ahead. I love this so much. We could just leave it here, but I'm not going to. This is also the card for Aquarians. I'm an Aquarius. Oh, I've even got the cosmic energy on my scarf this week. The number is 17. It's the Star. I've got to say, this is my favorite card, really, especially in this deck, the Guardian Angel. So let's ask the angels, what's the block? We're working with Archangel Michael. We've got Archangel Raphael here, and I can feel some other angels tapping on the door to come in too. So I'll tell you who that is in a second. What's the block? Is this you? You're at a crossroads. You don't know which way to go. This is the card that comes up when you're procrastinating, you're overanalyzing, you're second guessing your intuition, and you're pretty much blocking yourself. It's self-sabotage, but you don't realize it's self-sabotage. You need to trust your intuition, not be listening to the opinions of others, the judgments of others, your own self-judgment, sometimes with the worst one in this. So this card is showing that you're either avoiding making a decision, or you're just so stuck in overthinking, procrastinating. You've even perhaps brought in some negativity to join the party, and that is just keeping you frozen in place. And it's also holding up, the angels are showing me gifts. You're also holding up the blessings that are heading your way. It's like they're like frozen too. They're like, oh, we were bringing you this gift, but you froze us with all of this self-sabotage, overthinking, negative thinking, procrastination. You need to get out of your own way. Now, if your intuition is feeling blocked, it's time to stop second guessing it. Someone said to me the other day, all my intuition is wrong. My intuition's been telling me the wrong things. And I honestly, I know what that feels like, but it's not your intuition. It's your ego that you're listening to. It's your fear mind. And we sometimes think that that's what intuition sounds like because it kind of sounds clever, but it isn't. So if you've been listening to your fear mind as well, it's don't beat yourself up. There's no shame in it because there's so much fear flying around. If you're tuning into the dense fear energy, your ego gets activated. It's like pressing a button. It's like, oh, you needed me? You called? And that fear sort of triggers it. And so then you've got to work to get, oh, I'm in my ego. I've got to get out of this and switch into my higher self. Now, if you're spiritual, you're intuitive, you love angels, which you do if you're watching my videos, then you can do it. Ask your angels to help you. Ask Archangel Michael to cut the cords, clear the channels, and switch out of ego and back into your intuition. And then you'll go, okay, I know what intuition sounds like again. It's quiet, it's subtle, it's repetitive, it's consistent, and your angels are amplifying it right now to guide you on the right path. So your fear is holding you back. So let's ask for some guidance this week. Archangel Metatron is the one that's been knocking at the door. I just saw him come through. And he's carrying a sound bowl. That's really interesting. So I'm seeing the angels as I'm shuffling the cards. So a sound bowl is clearing your energy, frequency. Pay attention to what you're listening to. If you're listening to negativity, gossip, your own internal chatter, someone else's judgments, maybe a talk radio show that's a bit low vibe, whatever you're listening to, that can help you tune into ego. Whereas if you go, okay, I'm going to stop listening to that stuff now. I'm going to lift my vibration. I'm going to start listening to singing bowls. I'm going to choose some high frequency music on my Spotify. I'm going to talk to the angels. That's going to shift you out of ego and into your higher self. So I love that Metatron was coming in with some extra guidance here. Let's see what else they have to say. I think we got this card last week, didn't we? So it's the 11. Your thoughts create your experience. So many people have different interpretations for 11. I've been doing this 24 years. It's always been the angels are warning you that your thoughts are creating your experience right now. And you need to, if you want to change your experience, you need to change your thoughts. And isn't that exactly what the angels have been telling us so far this week? Now we've got Archangel Ariel walking in with the lion. She's reminding you that you are intuitive. You're stronger than you think you are. What you've been through, I love the saying, let go of the fear and just keep the blessings and the love and the wisdom that you receive from any experience. So, we've all been through hard things. We've all been through stuff that we think, why did I have to go through that? But you can turn it into a blessing just by saying, okay, I'm letting go of the fear and the yucky stuff, the negativity. I don't want to keep thinking about that. And I'm going to just take the lesson. What was it teaching me? And I'm taking the blessings because that is going to serve me as I move forward. So you're now moving forward from a wisdom creating experience or two that is going to bring you greater blessings in the future if you turn those blessings and lessons into wisdom. So you have courage, you have strength, you have angels protecting you, you have animal guides protecting you. You are out of the woods right now, and your higher self is calling for you to tune in. Now you're following the path of your higher self, not your ego, not drama. There's no drama on the path of ego. On the path of your higher self. There's all drama on the path of ego. That's all there is. If you've been wondering, like, why is it all drama? You're on the path of ego. Sometimes it's not even your path. It's somebody else's that you've just kind of accidentally joined them on. So your guidance is to persevere, keep going, start integrating that wisdom and following the path of your higher self. So I love that they showed us two paths. That's really, really beautiful. So what else do we need to know before we finish up, angels? So it's a long weekend and I am not working on the Monday. So that is a new thing for me, that I'm giving myself the blessing. I'm worthy of having a day off. So you will see me through the week. So, but I'm creating this for you so that you've got it ready for you on Sunday. So angels, what else does everyone need to know about this coming week? Or this day even? Oh, I love this for you. This is utterly brilliant. Look at that. There's a circle of angels with you. And, you know, recently I've been thinking that all of the propaganda, it's always been there. This kind of idea that we are divided, that it's hard, that we don't have the powers that we know that we do have. We are intuitive. We can manifest what we want. We are connected to everybody through our souls. We are all one in truth, because if you strip away the external layers of people, what's underneath is a soul that comes from the divine. Now, not everybody is living from their soul self. Not everybody's living in their higher self. Some people are stuck in the ego, but that's just their lesson. We don't have to get involved in that if we don't want to, and we don't need to. So here we can see you coming into oneness with the divine, being able to see and feel and know that your angels are with you, hearing your angels' guidance. Things are starting to move forward in divine order, according to divine will, on the path of your soul and your highest self, exactly as it was meant to be, that your soul chose this lifetime, and not the path of drama and division. And, you don't need to tune into that. You don't need to wait for everybody else to catch up for you to be able to move forward on your highest path, for you to find your divine purpose, for you to be stable and secure financially and in all ways. One of the things that I learned really early on in this path was that when people started saying, ain't it awful? And, that's the Louise Hay teaching. Louise Hay taught us not to get involved in the ain't it awful conversations, because all that does is cement you deeper into more of what is, more of the worst case scenario, more of the drama. And what is social media right now? It's a great big conversation about ain't it awful most of the time, unless you follow my channel and people like me. So we want to opt out of that. As my friend says, I'm unsubscribing from that. So when people try to drag you into that conversation, I was somewhere the other day and someone said, well, we better start tightening our belts and this is probably going to happen and this is probably going to happen. Well, no, it's not necessarily going to happen. None of us can see the future. None of us have crystal balls. What we can do is we choose and we manifest. So when people start talking like that, I think to myself, because I don't want to be rude, I say, it might be true for you, but it's not true for me. I'm not buying into the doom and gloom, the story of what could happen, the terrible forecast about the economy, about the weather, about whatever it is. And I'm also not subscribing to conspiracy theories. What I'm subscribing to is my divine path. And I'm staying in my power as I'm manifesting peace, harmony, stability. And so it is, and so it shall be. So you can use that too. If you hear people speaking about how bad it is or how bad it's going to be, it might be true for you, it's not true for me. Because you don't want to get hooked into that version of reality and then start manifesting it. And before you know it, you're affirming what's already been told to you. You're living it. You want to keep your energy clear and light. And I think that's one of the lessons right now, what our angels really want us to know. This is the wisdom of our higher self. And as soon as you find yourself in judgment, judging others, putting other people down, it's them versus us, you have to pull back and go into your higher self, because that's something the ego does, is to judge. So this is showing positive change, moving in the right direction, the divine direction. What number is this? Number 10. So we've got 3 major arcana cards, 10, 11, and 17. And it's showing the angels protecting you as you manifest your divine future. I love this for you, and I love that for me too. So I am safe as I walk with my angels and I manifest my divine future, not the fearful future. I disengage, I opt out of the fear case scenarios and the drama and ego of others, and I create oneness with the divine. And so it is, amen. And what else do you want in that? You want your creativity put out there. You want your projects to be successful. You want opportunities to open. All of that is happening and can happen and will continue to happen, because that's the frequency that you're living on with the angels. So can I get an amen? Put that in the comments. Thank you so much to everybody who watches, listens, doesn't matter what channel it's on. And please comment, click like, and click the follow or subscribe button. I really appreciate you, and I will see you next week. Angel blessings. Let me know if you love these readings, and please share them with your friends. Angel blessings. Have a great weekend or week.